video is just too personal for me. I was completely crushed from inside, and hi, my name is Joshua, and this is the story of how I lost one dream and found another. It all started in the year 2017 when I was sponsored as an athlete for Inspire Institute of Sports. Before bodybuilding and before gym, I was a boxer. At that time, I was just 15 years old. I had never been away from home. New place, new people, a world-class facility to train. Athletes from all different states living under one roof with the same mindset. It felt so unreal to live there. Training there was completely different from anything I had experienced before. Our coach was from the USA, and we had to learn new style, new technique, new mentality. I was loving it. Everything was going really well until one day during a sparring session, I twisted my knee, and it was a serious injury. I needed a surgery. And the worst part was that this happened during my 10th class board exams. I had to wait for a month until my exams got over to get my surgery done. After my surgery, then came 8 months of rehab. And anyone who's gone through a knee surgery would know how hard it is to feel normal after a surgery, especially knee surgery. But somehow I kept pushing through it, and by 2019 I finally started training again. Most of the athletes around me were already far ahead. I had to catch up with all the new techniques and skills of this coach. By then, I could see a lot of changes in my body. I could feel myself getting so much stronger. And for some reason, I just loved seeing myself in the mirror and flexing. And I was always recording myself.
Lower. Too high, come on, lower.
चालू
Come on, Joshua. Come on, Joshua. Let's get 100 all the way down. चल Good.
Yeah.
And by 2020, I honestly felt I was entering one of the best phases of my life, both mentally and physically. But then COVID happened, training stopped for a while, and at the same time, another battle started in my life. My parents wanted me to come back home and start focusing on my studies. From their perspective, they weren't wrong. They were just concerned about my future. But for me, I was losing the life I worked so hard to build. And eventually, 30th July 2020 was the last training session in the hostel for me. Coming back home was one of the hardest transitions of life. I had completely stopped boxing. I didn't have the same environment anymore, the same athletes around me, the same motivation. And honestly, I was just lost. I didn't know what I wanted to do in life anymore. I joined a law college, but deep inside, I always knew that this was not something I truly loved. I felt confused. I was completely blank, like I was just existing without any real purpose. But one thing that never left me was my love for training. So every day after college, I would go straight to the gym, and slowly bodybuilding became more than just fitness for me, it became my escape. I officially started training for muscle building from the month of August in 2020, and I just fell in love with the process. Learning exercises, improving my form, and seeing my physique evolve over the time, it gave me something to look forward to again. And I could see my physique getting more aesthetic. But towards the end of 2021, I went through one of the lowest phases of my life, and it was a heartbreak. I was completely crushed from inside, and anyone who's gone through a heartbreak would know the pain. I just can't explain it. And now, Just thinking about it, I'm just getting crushed, bro, from inside. Yeah, this video is just too personal for me. I stopped going to the gym for months and my physique was getting really bad. I had completely lost myself mentally, and all I ever did during that time was sleep, cry, and repeat. I couldn't think of doing anything else. Looking back now, I know that I was immature emotionally, and pain changes you. It really does. But honestly, I'm just grateful for my parents and my friends who handled me during this phase. It was really tough, bro, trust me. Especially when it's your first love, you are completely. This is. Eventually, I started going to the gym, but this time the weights felt different, completely different, trust me. There were days when I used to just completely break down in between sets and just start crying. I'm just working out and all of a sudden I start crying in between the sets. But somehow, after every workout, I just felt a little better mentally, and the gym just became therapy for me. It helped me heal, it helped me move on. By 2023, I had started bulking. That was the phase that you have to go through. You look shitty in the mirror, you look too fat, you look chubby, and you just don't want to look at yourself in the mirror. That's how I used to feel, but you have to go through that phase if you want muscle. In 2024, I again started cutting down. By the end of 2024, this was the best I had ever looked since I started training. Like the amount of muscle mass I had put on and everything, it was just on point. But I had never measured my calories. All this was done purely based on assumption. Like if I'm cutting, I would reduce my carbs, and my protein, I would make sure I have taken enough protein to retain my muscle, not lose them. And while bulking, it's the same. I just increase my carbs and keep the protein as much as required. That's it. 2025 was my last year of college, and I wanted to get serious about my studies and internships. And I didn't record much. I used to hit the gym a little less, but during the exams, I had completely stopped going to the gym for almost more than a month. When my final exams were coming up, I had just stopped going to the gym and I didn't shoot much content. Finished my college, I again started hitting the gym, and this is how I looked at that time. Few months I had completely stopped training as I had been to Mumbai where I had an internship, and I joined a local gym there, but I couldn't show up every day. So this is how I looked in the year 2025. And most of my journey was purely based on self-training, a lot of trial and error. When I started muscle building, not the boxing phase, obviously I had got to learn a lot from my coaches, and a lot of trials and errors when it comes to muscle building. Coming to 2026, recently I've started tracking my calories on a weighing scale, and I've started to understand nutrition more seriously, and I have realized like how much difference it makes, especially when it comes to muscle building. And if you want to look good and build a good physique, you need to track your calories. When you get the scale, you start measuring your food, that's when the whole game changes. I would be uploading a video where how my body starts transforming after I started measuring my calories and taking nutrition more seriously. So this is it. At the same time, life feels so uncertain sometimes. Graduated from law school, did my internships, and I realized like this wasn't the life I want for myself. I don't want to be known as a lawyer or something for the rest of my life. And even now, I don't have everything still figured out. And I think that's okay, maybe. For the first time, I think I'm building a life that's truly mine. And that's why I started this YouTube channel. Not because I have all the answers, but I wanted to share the journey, the mistakes, the lessons, and maybe this is just a beginning.